Alright, today we're going to do a quick little project. We're going to put some spindle bearings into this MX5000. I love working on these things because they're just a breeze. But the part number there is 38-7820. Those are the bearings we need. And first thing we got to do is take the deck off. So let's see if I can do this with one hand in a reasonable amount of time. Usually I can, because they're pretty easy to work with. Lift the deck off that side. Lift the deck off that side. Make sure we get our belt off of the pulley in the back. And we can drag her out. Pick that up, drag her out. There ain't many mowers you can get the deck off with one hand in like 10 seconds, but this is one of them. So let's take a look at what we're working with. I'm also going to put blades on it, but if you grab the blade, you can see it kind of wobble there. So that tells me that bearing's no good. There's no play in that one. Just the tiniest bit in there. I think I'm going to leave that one. And I'm just going to replace that one. So let's grab an impact and get them blades off, and then we'll get the spindle bearings out. Alright, I got the blades off. It was just a 5/8 inch bolt there. And I'm telling you, if you don't have an impact, get one, because they are so slick. But back to the deck. Another way to check the bearings, if you don't want to crawl under it and wiggle them, you can hear it. Hear how rough that is. Compared to these ones, they're pretty quiet. But let's flip this down, and I'll get I think they're either 7/8 or 15/16, I can't remember. And we'll zing that off. Alright, 15/16 it is. I'm just going to kind of stand on this thing and take the nut off. That thing is a miracle. Now that one dropped right through. Sometimes you'll have to kind of bang on it, so you can take a piece of wood, put on top of the spindle, and tap it down, or you can thread that nut back on and tap it with the hammer. Just make sure you don't screw up the threads. Alright, and our spindle just fell right out. Awesome. Now, see all the crap in there. You can see our bottom bearing's no good, so I'm going to get a punch. I'm going to come in from the top, and I'm going to tap that out. And hopefully it'll come out pretty easy. There we go. Easy as pie. Alright, I normally have a little bit wider punch that I use to knock that out, but this one worked. Took out the bottom one. The top one in there still feels fine. It's usually the bottom ones that go. So we're just going to leave the top one in, and we'll save that other bearing for this side. I think this was the one we just had just a tiny bit of wobble in it, but it's not too bad yet, so we'll leave it alone. So we'll just put the new bearing on there. Don't forget your little spacers. They sit inside. And then we can shove the whole works right in the hole, and give it a little, yes, a little love tap, make sure it goes in. Now we can put our pulley on. There we go. Perfect. Get that started. And I'll put the deck down. Move move my tripod and my junk. Yeah. And find that guy. There we go. And we'll just give her a little bit. Here we go. And that's all there is to it. All that wobble is gone now. So I can go ahead, scrape away all that crap, slap some new blades on it, and throw the deck back in. She'll be good to mow. Well, alright, she's all back together. New blades, clean the deck off, put that bearing in, put the deck back on. All took me about 15 minutes, and I did most of it with one hand. So these mowers are awesome. This particular model, just an absolute breeze to work on. If you work on your own stuff, this is probably the easiest lawnmower I have ever seen to work on. Everything comes apart easy, and there's room to do stuff. It's great. I love these things. Even oil changes are dead simple and easy. They have these with the Kawasaki's, and they're more of a pain. The Kohlers are a real pain, but this thing, just awesome. Alright, it's the end of the day. I'll bring her back, and she'll be good to mow again.